So we're in Torrevieja, Costa Blanca, Spain, with all the latest news. Yep, and the benidorm bug. So we're going to tell you about the benidorm bug, and not good news for the airlines. They've got fined massive millions, or whether this is going to make an impact on the tourists coming to Spain with the flight increases. And make sure you watch it to the end, because I just can't believe what I saw up the promenade today. Unbelievable. Also got some bad news about a teenager being stabbed. So yeah, we've got lots of news to catch up with, and we're going to take a stroll along the back streets of Torrevieja and make our way up to the promenade on a lovely warm day in November. Yeah, blue skies, 24 degrees. So they're calling it the benidorm bug for the simple reason is everyone that's been at benidorm's caught the bug. It's another strain of COVID actually. I've actually caught it. I did go to benidorm, but I don't know if I actually caught it from there or not, but everyone seems to be getting this other strain of COVID, which is a sore throat, headaches. Yeah, it's not nice, and it seems to play out more when you sleep at night. So yeah, benidorm bug, COVID. Yeah, and it's been reported in the papers as well, so if you're going to the Canary Islands or the Balearic Islands, be careful. So hence why a few people are putting the old mask on again, and the cases are shooting up. It's that time of year though, isn't it? It's where everyone gets colds this time of year. And yeah, temperatures a little bit up and down. We had that storm Dana where the temperatures dropped for a few days and it's warmed back up. And same with England, isn't it? The old snow and icy weather. It's flu season. So yeah, the benidorm bug ain't very good if you've caught it. Like I say, it puts you out of action for a couple of weeks. Yeah, aches and snotty nose. I don't know if you've had the bug or caught it. Let us know. But a lot of people here on the Orwell of Costa Blanca said they've just come back from benidorm and they caught it. So yeah, let us know, because thousands of people attending all the old fiestas, the benidorm fiestas. So whether that's spread it a bit quicker or not, I don't know. But yeah, the other news we've got, of course, the airlines ain't good really. They've been hit with massive fines and yeah, unfair practices and charging people all sorts. Of course, a lot of it's the low budget airlines. I don't know if you use these budget airlines, but yeah, it ain't so cheap now because they keep bumping it up, don't they? Picking your seats, paying for your extra luggage and all these priority boardings. So the cheap flights seem to be going out the window, but yeah, they've been caught and they're getting done for their unfair practices. And it was a little bill either, it was quite a massive fine. 179 million these 5 airlines got fined, and they did appeal it, and they're trying to appeal it again in a higher court because they're not happy to pay for it, and it's all to do with luggage and all kind of other things which are going to go through. But yeah, they've been caught and they're going to have to pay the bill. But I think we might end up paying for it because they're definitely going to increase the fares and try one way of getting their money back, because I can't see them winning the appeal because they've already been turned down once. The Minister of Consumer Affairs have been doing this investigation for over a year, and they're fining these 5 airlines for abusive practices. These airlines that have been operating here in Spain are getting charged these fines for all kind of things, including charging for extra luggage and boarding passes, and that's when you get to the airport, of course, and you ain't got a boarding pass, and then they're stinging you at the desk to pay for one. Yeah, charging you just for printing off a boarding pass at the desk, and yeah, it's all deemed to be unfair. And this was all to do with 2023, and they've been investigating for a year, like I said. And now they're going to have to cop up this massive fine, because even they're going to appeal it, of course, but they reckon there's little chance of them winning it. So who are these airlines? Well, of course, as you all know, Ryanair's always up there, so Ryanair's one of the popular ones coming to Spain. You've got Welling, which is another one of the airlines that have been done. You've got the Norwegians and the Valencia and yeah, famous EasyJet. These have all been done for their unfair practices, and they're trying to cough more money out of you, as you know. It all starts off cheap, doesn't it? And then they bump it up and bump it up. And I know it was 179 million, but 107 million was the biggest fine given out to Ryanair. Yeah, conning people extra money and printing in boarding passes. All because you want to pay a bit of luggage on the plane. But yeah, it's all deemed to be unfair. And they're trying to set this all out in regulations, so they can't get away with it in the future either. I've heard so many stories about these airlines and what people have been conned and charged for, and yeah, very slippery. Like I say, starts off cheap, doesn't it, eh? Let us know if you've been robbed by these airlines. I know a few people that have ended up with a €50 flight and end up costing them 200, all because their little luggage didn't fit in the little holding bit. But it went out all right, it was just coming back. The old Consumer Affairs reckon it was a very serious infringement of the regulations, what they were doing. But you know it, don't you? You know they're going to get their money back. They're just going to be creeping up the flights for the on-food purchases. They've shot right up, didn't they? They used to be about €5. Now like €10 for one of their little silly meal deals. So yeah, they're just going to creep it up. They're going to pull it back, you know that. They're saying last year there were around about 50 million people that travelled on the airline and with a little bag and put it under their seat. A list of things what they're trying to stop them doing, of course, is charging for the extra for the cabin bags and charging for the choice of the seats for the kids, you know, being split up from the family, and not allowing cash payments at the Spanish airports, and ripping people off for charging them silly amounts of money for printing off a boarding pass. So yeah, this is what it's all about. And this fine's to stop them taking the liberties. And talk about luggage and suitcase. Well, I don't know if you've ever had your suitcase lost at an airport or turned up weeks later. Well, you've got to find out what's going on, because it all seems to be happening in Spain. And they're saying last year, almost 60,000 suitcases were lost in the Spanish airports. And to top it, yeah, Spain comes 9th in the world as the worst ranked place for losing suitcases, or they're getting delayed or whatever. And so yeah, Spain's not looking after your suitcases, are they? Saying for every 125 suitcases that do go through the airports, one's either getting lost or damaged. 36 million suitcases, I reckon, were damaged last year in the airports, and that's out of over 5 billion passengers. The thing is, they're not doing nothing about it, because that's like 10 million more than the previous year. Spanish airlines are known for being the worst, apparently, for taking care of the suitcases. I remember I was once in the airport and someone's suitcase was open and all their stuff was just flying around on the conveyor belt. But Iberia, they reckon, is one of the top ones for not looking after your hand luggage. They're saying 1 in 30 of the suitcases were damaged when they went through Iberia Airlines. Yeah, not good, is it, eh? You pay all that money and you've seen them, innit? Just throwing them about. But you are after compensation for this. You are entitled. Apparently it's just under €1,400 for a damaged or lost suitcase that you can actually claim for. So if you've lost your suitcase, and apparently if it don't come in 21 days, you're entitled to this amount of money. So they're saying anyone that's doing a bit of travelling around because they're just not looking after your suitcases, because say, 9th in the world, Spain, they're saying you need to take a photograph of your suitcase and your stuff, and make sure you got the receipts, because if it's 1 in 25 that are not getting their suitcase or damaged or lost, good chance it could happen to you. Look at that lovely blue sky, eh? Living the dream. Good news is though, if you do go from Barcelona, they were one of the best ones for handling your suitcases and lost suitcases and taking more care. But other than that, all the other places just don't give a toss. And this other next one story is a bit dodgy as well, because as you know, everyone goes to Turkey for the old turkey teeth. And obviously Spain's pretty cheap. I know, I remember like 6-7 years ago I had 3 crowns for €360, and I know at the time it was about €500 for 1 crown, so that is absolutely cheap as chips. So yeah, getting your treatment in Spain, the dental treatment is cheap. I don't know if any of you have ever come to Spain or gone to Turkey to get your turkey teeth done, have some treatment. But yeah, not good, because there's a dentist practice in Malaga that was taking everyone's money. A man and wife that had the dentist in Malaga took over 220,000, and they were making people pay through loans and cards and cash, all different ways. They was taking this money for people to get the treatment done, and they just shut shop, just closed the shop. And meanwhile, the old missus was still taking the money over the phone. The old dentist was really busy because what they were doing, they was offering real cheap quotes, of course, to suck everyone in to pay up. So yeah, they're been caught because too many people were complaining. They were ringing up and the shop was closed and weren't getting no response. But they were answering the phone to take the money. That's what I don't understand. I mean, they got caught because people were turning up for their treatment because they were taking all this money in advance. Of course, that's when the shop was closed and all hell broke loose, and then that's when the police got involved. But they caught them, husband and wife. Looks like they're going to be spending some time inside, doesn't it, eh? So be careful if you're out to get your turkey teeth. Make sure, you know, you've got some good references of the place rather than just pay for the treatment up front. Otherwise, you could end up getting knocked. Of course, everyone's out for a scam, isn't there? And that's the other scam going on, isn't it? Black Friday, you don't know what link's genuine, what ain't. But I'll tell you what is genuine, Carrefour. They're doing a Black Friday special. And I don't want you all rushing out to Carrefour and clearing the shelves out now, because it's a super duper deal. Yeah, olive oil, $5.99 a litre. Whoop whoop. So yeah, the Black Friday special in Carrefour. So yeah, Black Friday special, eh? Carrefour. Everyone's going to get excited with that one, aren't they? But yeah, we're right up the promenade, as you see, another busy day. The Christmas tree's up. People doing a bit of posing on the bars on the front. The man at the sea looking out. Hombre del mar. And yeah, they've uncovered here in Spain, northern part of Spain, a British artefact found at someone's house who's supposed to be a kind of collector of these kind of things. It's a priceless anchor from the HMS Serpent. And yeah, it was in his house, front of his house, this big anchor. But there's a little story behind it. The 19th century HMS Serpent warship had this anchor that had been dropped to the ocean, and apparently some fishermen had come across it, but they couldn't lift it up, and they'd gone back the next day and they actually managed to get a bigger boat and pull this massive anchor up. And this chappie who's an admin collector of these kind of things had it at the front of his house, which of course had to be handed in, innit, eh? Because it's part of the heritage, innit? Anything like that has to go to the museum. But when the police started investigating, they also found two other anchors out that had gone back many years. Had this anchor for about 25 years, because it was 25 years ago when it was actually pulled up from the sea. When the police did raid the house, of course, they took all the three anchors, and now they're going to end up in the Museu de Mar, the Museum of the Sea. And yeah, he won't be getting them back. So I don't know what's going to happen with the story, whether he's going to get a massive fine or they're going to pay him with the anchors. But yeah, busy along here, isn't it, eh? The look here setting up. Tell you what, this next story is pretty sad actually, because as you know, Storm Dana, pretty devastating. This got a thrill we had in Spain, up in Valencia and other areas. But Valencia, as you know, got hit the most. And yeah, have a look at these cars. This is a graveyard for cars. 120,000 cars in this little graveyard. Unbelievable. Look at them. Yeah, all kind of cars, new, old, all just piled up on each other. Yeah, it's quite sad, isn't it, really, the amount of damage this done. But yeah, unbelievable. I tell you what, you got some nice cars in here as well. Look really good, some of them cars. Gone to waste, flooded, damaged, floating down the stream like rivers and smashing into each other. So yeah, 120,000 of these, all stocked up like this, unbelievable. So lots of claims going up, and that only means another thing, doesn't it, eh? Someone's got to pay for it. And I'm sure all the insurance premiums are going to be shooting up in Spain to pay for this claims they're going through. And yeah, back in Benidorm, and yeah, the police there, they do a whole job out here, don't it, the whole police? I seem to catch them all. This one, the old, a few little shady characters were trying to nick one of the top luxury cars in Benidorm, and the police see them acting suspicious. So when they pulled them over and checked them out, apparently they had a list on them with other cars they was planning to steal. They were caught in the act down in Benidorm. Yeah, great, innit? I love it when they get caught. And yeah, the next bit of news going on, as you know, the big banana drug bust, the biggest ever. 200 million, all this cocaine and stuff smuggled in the banana boxes. But yeah, the police have actually arrested one of their own. He was supposed to be one of the chiefs in charge. He was one of the fraud chiefs. And yeah, apparently he was working with them. And they went and raided his house, and they found 20 million euros stuffed in the walls of his house. Yeah, getting like Nigeria, isn't it, eh? He was supposed to be the one in charge of the anti-fraud money laundering department. Well, he was certainly doing a little bit for himself and all. Oscar Sanchez Gil, head of the National Spanish Fraud Department in Madrid. Well, he was, no longer. So they've arrested him and 15 other people. And of course his partner's been arrested as well. So yeah, not looking good, is it, eh? Copper getting nicked. So they're going to be getting charged for money laundering, active with a criminal group, drug trafficking. The full shawady he was out to stop them doing, he was part of it. So they've been remanded, and yeah, they're going to be up in court very, very soon. It all come to light with one of the biggest drugs raid ever in the whole Spanish history. I remember all the looky-looky setting up here, but don't forget, they've got all the signs up here and all. If you get caught, like this lady, buying off these people, you could be liable for €200 fine. Not for the people selling, of course, they're okay. It's only the people that are buying. And yeah, just up here you will find one of the signs, and they're all along the promenade. I've actually seen them on other beaches now. So it seems they're putting along on the Costa Blanca beaches. You will see one of these signs here. There we go. No la compra, illegal. No buying, and any things you buy, you're going to get the €200 fine. Bit of bad news is we've had a 15-year-old girl that's just been stabbed here in Orihuela Costa, down in La Florida. Yeah, it's not good. It was her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, stabbed her in the neck. This was just gone Sunday. And of course there's been loads of protests and marches everywhere now in Spain. It's just after this happened, and they're all trying to get together and tell them to stop this violence on women. But yeah, of course they caught the boyfriend for doing it, but this poor girl's lost her life. Yeah, it was a fatal stab wound. The police were there quick on the scene. They got the boyfriend. She was rushed to the local hospital, which incidentally, the hospitals in Spain are really good. But the Torrevieja hospital, unfortunately, unable to do anything, and she lost her life. 15 years old. It's terrible, absolutely terrible. So like I say, there's a lot going on here now to try and prevent this in Spain, these little marches, and try and make it known that, of course, the government here trying to put a bit more money in and trying to stop these aggressive partners doing these on their wives or their ex-girlfriends or whatever. I don't like to be the grudge of more bad news, but it was only the other day. There was a high-speed crash, and a train was up in Castilla and Leon, and it hit a car on the railway crossing. Obviously, he didn't have any like guards or anything, but I think they were railway service people, they're saying, and 2 people were killed, but they're saying there was 3 of them, and you're yet to find the other person. This only happened on Tuesday. The train left Madrid, was heading towards Santander when the train struck the railway crossing and absolutely demolished the car, as you can imagine. But yeah, 2 railway workers were killed instantly. And say, they're still looking for the other person. Saying they were Portuguese nationals who actually were there doing their job. Yeah, bad news, isn't it? You go out to work and end up losing your lives and all the family. Partners expecting to come back and yeah, disrupts the whole family and everyone's lives. Of course, we have got some good news. And yeah, the war with Israel and Hamas and Iran and Lebanon, they've come to some kind of deal. And yep, it's a ceasefire. They've agreed on a ceasefire, but he is warning the Israeli president. He's saying if they violate the terms of the ceasefire, he's going to go in there full guns blazing. He's just going to launch rocket after rocket. But at the moment, there is good news. They've come to a ceasefire, and all the people have started moving back into their town. And of course, big clean-up, innit, eh? Who's going to pay for all this? That's what I want to know. Who's going to look? They're all ready to action, innit? So yeah, this is the afternoon time on a Wednesday, Costa Blanca, Playa, Cura beach. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You see, busy. Got the man out, playing a few tunes. He moves along, bar to bar. Nice way to earn a living, isn't it, eh? So yeah, plenty on the beach, enjoying this lovely weather. Nice, eh? Nice and calm. So yeah, let us know below what you think about the old news today. What do you think, Ryanair? Do you use Ryanair? Do you think they're going to make us pay for this? Because they're definitely not getting away with this one, and the other airlines. They're all going to have to cop up this. But 100 million odd for Ryanair. Stop their unfair practices. No doubt they'll carry on, because they're making fortunes. And the good news, of course, about the war. And don't forget to get down to Carrefour and get that bargain olive oil, $5.99 a litre. Gold dust. Remember, if you want to come and live the dream on the Costa Blanca, Spain. So that is the news, everything. So yeah, if you want to come to Spain in November, 24 degrees. And I reckon it's going to be like this for the next few weeks. And remember, don't buy anything off these looky, because the maximum fine is €200. And if you do want to live the dream, up here, there is 2 links to apply for the visa. So come and join us on the Costa Blanca.